At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
News 46 is brought to you by Healthcare Partners and Humana. News is also brought to you by Barry Levinson and Associates, Parump's Bankruptcy Center. When it comes to important matters like bankruptcy, call an experienced, compassionate attorney. Call the Bankruptcy Center of Pahrump. Call 775-727-4747. News is also brought to you by Capriati Sandwich Shop, located in the Pahrump Nugget Casino. Call us at 775-751-3354 to order ahead.
Tonight on News 46, Sheriff DeMeo speaks about the outcome of a lawsuit.
The Nye County Tax Assessor will remain in office.
And the Pahrump Community Assessment is underway. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Rick Vale and Rhonda Van Winkle. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell and news across Nevada with Janet Eric. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Tuesday, October 4th, 2011. I'm Rick Vale.
And I'm Rhonda Van Winkle for News 46. Topping our news tonight, Louis DeCanio is the plaintiff in a civil rights lawsuit against Sheriff Tony DeMeo and other law enforcement. He was in court last week attempting to stop a motion to dismiss. DeCanio filed his case against the county in October of 2009, 10 months after being arrested on a charge of assault with a deadly weapon. The arrest occurred after DeCanio called police to report an ATV being illegally driven near his home. Witnesses stated that DeCanio had just pulled a pistol on them. He was taken into custody and booked into Nye County Sheriff's Department. DeCanio sued for false arrest and defamation of character stemming from Sheriff DeMeo's statement to the media concerning the arrest.
Well, he brought a case against members of Nye County Sheriff's Office, a former DA, in reference to his arrest. We believe that the arrest was lawful, had met the elements of probable cause. He didn't believe so. So he was in the process of, he filed a lawsuit against me, members of the Nye County Sheriff's Office, members of the District Attorney's Office. It was heard on Monday, and the case was dismissed by the judge. And basically, Louis DeCanio and a lot of people, in particular, don't understand how the justice system works. We arrest by probable cause, and the judge laid out the facts. The matter is referring to U.S. Supreme Court cases and referring to Nevada state cases from the Nevada Supreme Court, that his case did not meet the merits of following a kind of lawsuit. Interesting enough to see how incorrect he is and how uninformed he is about the justice system. He kept saying that he wanted to hear this in front of a jury of his peers. Well, if he was a defendant, that may be his option. But as he named me as a defendant, I can ask for a judge to hear that. I don't have to hear it from a jury of my peers. I can ask for a judge who would rule on the facts of the case. And, so it's up to the defendant to decide how he's going to hear this case one way or the other. It's not up to the plaintiff. It's up to the defense. So, so it's quite interesting, his comments that the world is corrupt because he didn't see it his way. The fact of the matter is, the judge ruled on U.S. Supreme Court cases. He has to accept that. We know what our job is, and they ruled on Nevada's Supreme Court cases in reference to claiming that I defamed him. All I did was read off a press release. I had nothing to do with the case. So I said, press called me up and said, what happened? I read off the deputy's press release, and that was it. And even the judge ruled that the facts of the case that was quoted in that press release was basically facts of the case. So, we'll see what happens. He claims he's going to appeal to the Supreme Court. He has his right, but we doubt that it will meet the muster of a Supreme Court challenge because of the facts that the judge ruled on.
What did he get arrested for?
He got arrested for armed possession of a weapon, assault with a dangerous weapon, I believe was the case. I stayed so far out of it, I don't really remember what it was. I was just responding to the accusations that he made towards me in that case, and that was it. It had nothing to do with the arrest. Was
he suing for monetary gain?
I believe that's what he was looking for, is some kind of monetary gain. Right now is, and understand, I directed my attorney to look into going after Mr. DeCanio for the amount of money that this case cost the county, and we can do that. It's interesting that if there's a lawsuit against a county entity, that they settle out of court, because the cost of the case, will cost more than what they believe the settlement would be. They settle out of court. Case out of court, so we don't ask for those money back. That's the taxpayers' money, and also this costs the taxpayers' money as well.
Do you know how much it costs?
I don't know. I believe that the attorney will bring that forth. Mr. DeCanio was very much aware that, from my understanding, not from my attorney, but from another source that was familiar with this case, that Mr. DeCanio met with our attorney, and our attorney said, if you drop the case now, before this goes in front of court, we will not seek any kind of monetary reimbursement. He decided not to do that. So, in the end of his statement in front of to the Parump Valley Times was he expected to get sued for the amount of money it cost us. I believe that we're looking in that direction right now.
And the recall efforts have failed against Nye County Tax Assessor Shirley Matson. We spoke to Stephanie Lopez from Positive Pahrump, who spearheaded the recall attempt.
We turned in the signatures yesterday. We collected about 2,556 signatures. Everything was submitted yesterday, and the recall is done.
So how many did we need to actually effect a recall?
We needed 3,613 signatures. So we're about a little over 1,000 short, which I think we did very well.
So what does that mean?
It means that the people spoke. They want her to stay, so she's staying. The recall's over. I did file an ethics complaint against her, so we'll see how that works. And then I will file a complaint against her with the Attorney General's office as well.
And then as far as her re-election, do you know when she's up for re-election?
Well, she just got in January, so I think it's a 4-year term. So we're with her for a while.
So there was quite a lot of people, though, that signed this petition, or was there people refusing to sign it, or were you guys able to get out there and canvass as much?
To be completely honest, I thought we did very well. We did have a lot of support. There's a few people that obviously were not for it, and I think it had a lot to do with the fact that there was so many rumors in our small town. One of them was that I was supporting illegal immigration. So that hurt us a little bit. And then there was other rumors that I was a member of La Raza Mexican gang, which is completely false. But for the most part, it was really well. I mean, we had a lot of support, and I won't regret any of this at all, ever.
And so what do you think that meant for the people who did sign it? What were you hearing from them?
When we put out there that we fell short of signatures, they were disappointed. But the big thing is that they spoke up and signed and took a stand with all of us. So I think they should be proud of themselves. I am. So.
And you'll keep us posted on what's going on and further with the complaints that you're filing?
Yes, I'll keep everyone updated. And I really want to make something very clear. This recall, I dealt with a lot of negative things, with negative comments, but I wouldn't take anything back. I met a lot of great people, became friends with several of them, and learned who my real friends were. And certain things that people have said, made comments. And so I'm very blessed. This was an eye-opener. It was a good journey, and I'm happy that I experienced it, and with the people that I experienced it with.
And people can go on Positive Pahrump on Facebook to talk to you, to have kind of group conversations, different subjects, not just this.
Yes. Dustin and I, a firefighter from Parump Valley Times, and I are getting ready to kick off our Facebook toy drive. So I'm not going to go away. We failed, but we're not defeated, and I'm proud of everybody that signed and took a stand.
Several meetings will be held to complete an assessment of the town of Pahrump. Here's how you can get involved.
It's coming up the week of October 10th. We will be here holding a series of 19 listening sessions in the community to hear from people about what they see as the greatest challenges in the community, what are the strengths and assets in the community, and what projects or initiatives would they like to see accomplished in the short term or the long term. As we ask those questions, we'll hear certain things coming up more and more. And as we do that, we're going to write a preliminary report that we will present at a town meeting over at the county building, and that will be on Thursday the 13th at 6 o'clock.
Wow, really quickly.
Yeah, and that'll be our preliminary report. We will then go back to our offices and write up a draft report, come back to the community about the second week in January, and ask the community to prioritize the themes and issues that they've identified through this listening process.
And I know that we have these 3 questions. Is there anything that the community should do to kind of get prepared for this?
Well, the biggest thing is to be thinking about what are our challenges, what are our assets, what are our strengths, and what would we like to see accomplished, either in the next 2 years or 10 years, 20 years, 50 years from now. What would we like to see here in Pahrump?
So we're going to have a group going around town to ask the community what exactly is going to happen.
Well, we hold a series of listening sessions, and most of those are open to the public so that people can come at times that are convenient for them. They will answer those 3 questions, and as they answer those questions, like I say, we'll begin to hear things repeated over and over.
And so what kind of, what age groups are you looking for? Any 18 and up, or what are you looking for? Any age?
Any age from 8 to 80 kind of thing, or beyond 80, I understand that too. But we want to hear from people who actually live here, people who work here, people who are members of this community. Too often when this kind of thing is done, it's only done with the leadership, which is not a bad thing. But we want to hear from everyone, and what we're really trying to do is encourage everyone to come out to a listening session, everyone to be able to express their opinion, because the more people we hear from, the more valid the information will be.
And it's so true. The regular citizens have a lot of really good information out there, so it is really important to hear from everybody that you can. When are the listening sessions?
The listening sessions will be either during the day. There'll be some evening sessions. There's one particularly that's going to be over at the Nugget. It's going to be, I think, from 5:15 to 6:15 on Wednesday, the 12th. That'll be a great opportunity. There's going to be another general public listening session, I think, Tuesday afternoon, early afternoon over at Mountain Falls, so that there are some opportunities for people in the general public. We've also looked at not dividing up the community, but reaching out to specific sectors of the community and have identified sessions for people. Those are also open to the general public. So if there's a time that's more convenient on that list than what you think you belong to or should go to, certainly feel free to come to the one that's convenient for you.
The final report goes to who, and what's the purpose?
The final report will, number one, be emailed out to everyone to whom I have a valid email address. Valid email address is an important issue there. But it will also go to the town board, and it will also go to the county commission. They're the ones who are supporting this effort through their funding sources. And they will go to the leadership. These kinds of reports then can be used, one, to develop some strategic planning for the community. They can be used as backup for grant applications. If you go to a funder and you can show that your community has asked for this project to be completed, it's going to be much clearer that it's a community effort, not just something that somebody dreamed up.
There you go. And for more information, who can they call?
They can contact probably the best person. You can contact the town offices. You can contact Al Parker. He's heading the steering committee over at Rural Nevada Development Corporation.
Well, for 4 days, tourists and locals enjoyed the Pahrump Fair and Festival and Parade. Paula Glidden gives us the update.
I'm here with Paula Glidden from the Pahrump Fair and Festival. Wow, what a weekend we had. This is fabulous. Tell me about the weekend.
Well, it's just what you said, fabulous. We had a great time. We had a lot of people. I could not believe the number of cars parked all over last night when I left here after midnight. They were still here and enjoying it and having a great time.
This has been great. We're standing at the entertainment stage, which has been going all weekend. They just wrapped up. But we have the carnival, the rodeo. Oh, my gosh. Tell me, give me a run through of all the things that we had here.
Right. Well, of course, we had the vendors. We had everybody seemed very satisfied. There's always a few, but we're very satisfied with them. We loved having them. Carnival was wonderful. We just had it packed all weekend long, and the rain got us a little bit on Friday, but people hung in there, and we had a great time. And the rodeo too. We had the rodeo both Friday and Saturday, and everybody, it was almost sellout both nights.
The rain didn't seem to hinder it at all because it was just for just a couple seconds. But I know that the parade went off without a hitch. Wonderful.
Oh, the parade was very uneventful. I mean, we really had a great time, and everybody was very happy. They came down and they got happy.
So I know that we're thinking about next year. Is there any kind of tweaks or changes that you want to look forward to, or you just want everybody to know it's coming up? We're going to have a lot of great things.
Absolutely, Dana. There's always tweaks, and we always look for new ideas, and we encourage people to tell us their thoughts. But we want to have it again, and we'll be behind it, and we look forward to it. I think we had a great festival. This is the festival I think we could have had last year. We had a little stumble with the rodeo, but obviously we fixed it this year. And we've worked with the rodeo guys. They were incredibly good. I have to give big props to them and to all the girls that did the grand entry. I mean, it was phenomenal. And they did it all. Believe me, they pulled it together. So I think if we can work together as a community on these events, it all comes off perfect. So thank you.
Fabulous. And I know that we have Davis Amusements. We have a contract with them for 3 years, I believe, so they have next year as well. They're really doing really well here. I know we had Cascadia before, but it's wonderful to have local here.
Yeah, Cascadia, we had Inland Empire. I don't know if that's the same one for them, but at any rate, we have Davis, and yeah, they do well, and we got a few tweaks with them too, but we wanted the Zephyr back this year. This is the story, so everybody gets it. We wanted the Zephyr. They promised us the Zephyr, and then the Zephyr hit safety issues. So they put it in for fixing during the summer, and they just couldn't get it out just yet. And we didn't know that until the night of. But nonetheless, maybe it'll be back. I hope it will, but there's always new rides. They recycle them through. So we hope we'll just continue with them, and next year will be just as fun.
We had a lot of contests as well this year.
Right, we had sexy legs and the kids' shoes, the bonnet, the mustache one, and I think it's just fun for people to come down and do that. We'd like to incorporate more of that, and we wanted to see how it would go this year. So, and actually, you did a great job putting it over on the stage. So it was wonderful, and maybe next year we can add more or space it out a little bit differently. So yeah, the more we get, the more community involvement we get, the better.
It's been a great festival, and of course people can look up on the web for next year's events. And we have to thank you so much for this paved and Pahrump Fair and Festival. What a wonderful event it was.
Well, thank you. We're looking at a couple dates next year already. We already talked about it today, so we'll hope to know those dates later this week. We have to coordinate with a few things.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Deanna.
Well, if you would like to see the Fall Festival Parade or any of the entertainment, you can visit our YouTube page or go straight to KPVM.TV.
Yes, we spent a lot of time at the festival.
Absolutely.
Sorry, we're doing a little directing on the side here. Yeah, we had a lot of fun, and we met a lot of people. Thank you for coming to our booth to meet up with us and fill out our surveys and win free T-shirts and all that good stuff. And hopefully next year the parade will get a few more entries. This year it was down, I don't know, I'm going to guess around 40 entries, but there was a lot of confusion, and I'm hoping that next year there's no confusion and we can have a better parade. And you all can get ready and make really cool floats, and because the more floats, the better. When we just have cars driving down, it kind of,
Well, that's what we did.
Well, yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's just cars, but hey, at least we did put put big flowers in it to for come on, get happy.
We accented the car.
We accented.
There was a lot of very nice accented cars.
Well, you do on some cars,
yes,
but not all cars. But anyway, they did have some really nice floats
they
too.
Did. They
but
did.
We would like to have more. So get involved. Get involved. Okay, the protest against Wall Street that started in New York and have spread across the world will take place in Las Vegas this Thursday. The rally will be held in front of the New York Hotel. Protesters say their main focus is to rally against corporate greed, unemployment, and the role of financial institutions in the economic crisis.
That's right, and they say they want to make the voices heard of what they call the 99%, which represents the majority of Americans struggling to make it through the difficult economic climate. And folks, coming up, we interview the winner of Parump Idol.
And at least one person is dead after a dust storm blows through the Arizona desert.
We'll have all this and more right after the break, so please keep it here.
News 46 is brought to you by Southwest Medical Associates. Their healthcare center is now open in your neighborhood. Southwest Medical Associates. Now that's powerful medicine.
Welcome back to News 46. This dog is lost. She was stolen on October 1st. She is a Belgian Malinois. She goes by the name Sachi. She's a highly trained canine. If you have any information, please call 513-7479.
And authorities say at least one person is dead and multiple others are injured after a blinding dust storm rolled across the Arizona desert this afternoon, causing pileup crashes involving at least 30 vehicles on Interstate 10 northwest of Tucson. They say that more than 15 people were seriously hurt in the wrecks near Piancho and about 54 miles northwest of Tucson.
And folks, he took home the title and some prize money last year, and once again, he is the winner. Meet this year's winner of the Parump Idol contest, Buck Steele.
We're here at the Pahrump Fair and Festival, where on Sunday the Pahrump Idol contest was held. 6 contestants competed for this title. They were the finalists over 3 different periods of judging. We're going to speak to the winner, Buck Steele. Buck Steele, who's the winner of the Pahrump Idol contest. You won last year, too.
I did. They had the finals at the Wild West Extravaganza out in front of Saddle West, and I got to win this year, and they let me perform again this year, so I was thrilled.
What did you perform today?
Today I did a Michael Bublé song. It's called It Had Better Be Tonight.
And I know that they had several criteria that they judged on.
Yeah, they did not just singing quality, but how you related to the audience, appearance, a number of other things, intonation and stuff. It's pretty much they're looking for a whole package kind of deal.
Exactly. You're part of the Shadow Mountain Community Players.
I am. We've been doing plays and stuff with the Shadow Mountain group for probably the last 5-6 years now, and we tried to do a musical act, oleo acts, before the actual play, and we'll be doing that again the 14th, I think it's 14th, 15th, 16th in front of Saddle West.
At the Extravaganza.
The Wild West Extravaganza.
And tell me a little bit, you play guitar as well.
I have a guitar and I can fake my way through most any Elvis song. That's about it. There are a lot of guys performing now that are actually musicians. I was blessed enough to be able to sing a little bit, but as far as being a real musician, no.
So what do you hope to do in the future musically?
Gosh, just get out and enjoy myself. I'll do this as long as they let me, and I like to sing karaoke anytime I can, and I like to tell people ever since I was a little kid I wanted to get up on stage and sing in the worst way, and every time I sing somebody says, you sing in the worst way. So it's like a dream come true now for me. So
congratulations on winning the Pahrump Idol contest. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and it was great fun.
Maria Sestera, baby, go, go, go. Or as the natives say, far soon be done. Thank you.
I was one of the judges this year, actually a fill-in judge for somebody who didn't come in. And I thought quite a few of them had pretty good voices.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad. I mean, he has a great voice, you just heard.
Absolutely.
If anything, the advice I would give to all the contestants is they really need to work on their showmanship.
Right.
A lot of them really kind of were afraid to really just take that stage and make it their own, so that's my advice. And never go first. It's terrible to go first because we don't know how to judge you on what's coming up next, so my advice is try to go last.
You know, you've just made it difficult for every single person who's ever going to go for this event.
I know. I don't want to be first. I want to be first. Okay. Well, if you want to see a great local show and if you love the band Kiss, then you won't want to miss Miss Kisser, playing at the Maverick on October 22nd. We spoke to Joseph Michael to find out more.
We're playing a Kiss show at the Maverick. We're going to do the Dress to Kill album cover show. So, we'll have the full makeup and hair and heels and the swagger. Yeah. But we're going to be wearing, suits.
Yeah, I saw the promo poster for this. This is wonderful.
Yeah, just like the Dress to Kill cover from, what is that, 76? It's actually a conglomeration of different Kiss bands, a couple from out here and my Kiss band in LA. And Johnny got the room and just trying to get something going with that, like a different take on Kiss cover bands. You can go to facebook.com/Kisser. You can also go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/Joseph Michael Music, and I have that link posted up there.
And so is this a one performance only at the Maverick, or?
We're not sure. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we don't burn the building down.
Okay, so the name of the band is Kisser.
Right.
You don't want to miss Kisser.
You don't want to miss.
Miss Kisser.
You do not want to miss Kisser.
Yeah, don't miss them.
That's right.
All right.
Well, we had some really nice weather today. At least that's what I heard from the catacombs of which I call my office. But it was really cool this morning coming into work. And Zach says the temperature's still going to be dropping in the next couple days. So that's really exciting. Don't go anywhere because we will have Zach Fuentes with a look at weather right after the break.
News 46 Weather is brought to you by Healthcare Partners Medical Group, with 5 locations in Pahrump. Local doctors and professional staff providing total care from infancy to seniors. News 46 Weather is also brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body. For more information, you can visit their website at nevadadairycouncil.org.
Welcome back to News 46. I'm Zach Fuentes here with your weather. Today there was, for the first time this year actually, there's a winter storm watch for northern Nevada, parts of northern Nye County, northern Elko County, and some of the other northern counties here in Nevada. So they're expecting some snow and all kinds of stuff. So if you're going up there, you know anybody up there, it's just kind of to let you know. But here it was very nice. We actually had a 30% chance of rain. We'll see if that happens or not. It was partly sunny. Our high was 80 degrees and our winds were coming out of the south-southwest at 10 miles per hour. Our gusts were up to 17 miles per hour. And the pressure is holding steady there at 29.87. The UV index is at 6, which is high, but you know it's pretty low compared to what we've been used to lately. And our humidity was at 40%. Sunrise was at 6:41 a.m. and our record for today was back in 1947 at 100 degrees. Tonight we're looking at some partly cloudy skies once again, a low of 58 degrees and winds to come out of the south-southwest at 11 miles per hour. Our gusts at up to 22 miles per hour and our humidity to be at 61%. Wow, and the sunset's going to be at 6:25 p.m. The record for tonight was 43 degrees back in 1940. Tomorrow we're looking at it to be mostly cloudy with a 60% chance of some showers in the afternoon. So that might actually happen. A high of 74 degrees, and that's a high, not a low. It kind of confused me at first. And a low of 56 degrees. Winds coming out of the south-southwest at 17 miles per hour, and our gusts to be at up to 35 miles per hour. The UV index is at 4, which is moderate. We haven't seen that since I actually started doing weather here. And the sunrise is going to looks like it's going to be at 6:42 a.m. Humidity at 47%. Wednesday and Thursday, we're looking like it's going to be pretty windy, gusts at up to 35 miles per hour, and some showers. Once again, we're looking at Friday is going to be cloudy, and Saturday through Tuesday, it looks like the sun is going to be shining, but our highs are actually in the 70s, except for Tuesday, it looks like it's going to be the 80s again. So it's a big, huge difference compared to what we've been used to. 70s are usually the lows, and so the lows are in the 50s, so that's a pretty crazy difference compared to what we've been used to. And today's worst weather was in Washington, New Hampshire, where they had chilly rain. Back to you.
Gosh, Rick, we are out of time, but we do want to send out a happy birthday to one of our biggest fans, Anna.
That's right, folks, and that's going to do it for this edition of News 46. I'm Rick Vale.
I'm Rhonda Van Winkle.
And from everyone up here on the hill at KPVM, we wish you a safe evening, and we'll see you here again tomorrow night. Until then, good night, Pahrump.
Good night.